Do you get the same question that comics get when they find out that you rap and they're like, rap for me? Come on. Like when someone finds out that they ask you to rap on the spot?
Certain people do.
Yeah.
If
Someone will be like
they're,
introduce me at a party and they'll be like, at a party, they'll be like, he does comedy. They're like, tell me a joke. It's like, either pay me a lot or realize I'm an insult comic and I'm about to fuck you up.
Exactly. Yeah. All like professionals and people who are like peers in my field, like never have they ever been like, oh, hey, like rap for me. It's usually some like drunk asshole after a show or like, if they find out from their friend I'm a rap. Oh, rap for me.
It'd be hilarious after a show. Like, I just did a show, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? How fucked up are you? Why didn't you see
Dude, I've had multiple people tell me after shows, oh, dude, rap some more for me. Like, I just did a bunch of time on stage. Where were you?
I did. Well, I mean, I guess they liked it so much they wanted more, but like, no, that's why you go download some shit. Like that's
exactly
where it is. I've had people so fucked up. I've walked off stage after, and they said, "You look like that guy who was just on stage." I'm such a fan.
My twin up there.
I got reconstructive surgery, so I can look like that motherfucker as I go up there. How do you? You're not doing any live shows now, right? There's no live.
Lately, no.
No. I didn't know if you guys were doing the same thing. Comics are trying to do it outside, and it's weird, but I don't know.
If there is music shows outside, I haven't really seen many people doing them that I would know personally. I know
it's harder.
Yeah.
Because
it's a different environment.
I'm doing a lot of people's backyards, which is like we've become clowns now. They're just hiring us back there. And it's fine. It's money, whatever. And they're supportive because if they have it for their house, it's like they're hiring a band for their house. They're like, everyone wants to chill, but they don't know how to shut the fuck up. And for like you guys, they can talk while you're rapping. They can dance around. They can eat some food. With us, they got to be quiet. And it's weird. And then I start shitting on them, but they're all related. And it's odd. There's someone like you, though. I mean, they would like, oh, we want music, but then like all of a sudden, if they're really listening to the lyrics, they might get weirdly triggered.
They'd be like, whoa. Yeah.
We're the same way.
Why is he at our house?
Because people are like, I love comedy, but then like they hear me say like the word retard, and they're like, whoa, easy. I'm like, well, are you one? Like it's just we're just expressing ourselves.
It's just words.
You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you deal with it. Like. I know like, all the rappers that deal with it whenever they make a joke. Hey, the word gay rhymes with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It does. Yep. I use the word gay in comedy. I talk about it doesn't mean two guys or two women. No. It's just another word. Lame.
Yeah.
We paint with words. We have to. Like a rapper who can't know a million words, who doesn't have, acronyms, it doesn't know synonyms.
Has a bad vocabulary, you're already fucked from the jump. Yeah.
You've got to be able to rhyme things.
Yeah.
Like antelope doesn't rhyme with much besides cantaloupes. You gotta like say like that chinks a slope. You have to do it sometimes, because it rhymes. And it doesn't even make sense because they're two different races. So like, calm down. I don't get why people. I'm psyched that they're listening so hard to us, like that they're hearing each word. But you're like, all right, but just relax and enjoy it too.
Yeah.
What happened to enjoying?
Yeah, people are so uptight, man.
Even when we're dying. Like I thought once COVID happened, everyone's like, okay, well, now we got it. The world's in check right now. Let's calm down with this lifeguard shit. Let's fucking just – and for a little bit, they were like a little more supportive. But now it's just like you can't say anything.
Because they think for a minute it's going to stabilize and then some shit will happen again.
Yeah, and they need their likes.
Yeah.
They do. They need to be on that team holding the torches going, I yelled at that guy because he said women are fat. Well, some women are fat.
Yeah.
They need to know. Some of them don't know.
I need to tell them as effectively as possible.
Yeah. Like, I'm looking at the way they're dressed, and I'm like, ma'am, you don't know. Like, you need to know you're fat. And I'm going to tell you in a beautiful way.
Yeah, of course.
You're getting the attention you want.
Yeah.
But you're gross. But
you know it. I know it.
You and I need them because when we first started out, that's your support. Your big fan base are fat white girls in comedy and music. They're there. They're loyal. They're ready.
Yep.
They'll drive anywhere.
Yep.
They got snacks. They're fucking great. When you first started, did you notice like your first fan?
Yeah.
They're pretty vocal.
Yeah.
They'll come right up to you and tell you other people they like and then try
Yeah.
to compare you to them.
Oh, you sound like such and such. It's like, oh, that's cool,
Like,
I guess.
You're not as good as
Yeah.
them, but like,
Yeah, it's like, oh.
you're good for like Connecticut version of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. You're good for a local guy.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Thanks,
really,
dude.
I've been to other local shows, and you're like one of the best. Like they love to. They can't just say you're good or we like it. They have
It's like such a bitch slap compliment.
Yeah, and they're a bitch slap fan. Like I can't wait till I don't know you, but I hate that I need you to like my shit on Twitter right now. I had two. They were a couple. And they were like really into it, but then they would start like shitting on me because they thought like we could bust his ball. And I'm like, you're saying you're my fan and you're calling me unfunny. Like, we're just kidding. I'm like, well, you're only not kidding in the DMs. Like,
yeah, right.
Out there.
Where everybody doesn't see it. Yo, I'm sorry. It was a joke.
Come on, man. That's what you do. I'm like, yeah, that's what I do.
That's what I do, not you, motherfucker.
I'm not your fan.
Yeah.
Melissa and Jay Martin, fuck off. That was it was like 10 years ago, you fucks.
Yeah, right.
So what are you doing this stay? Are you making music? Did you take time off first?
Oh yeah, of course. Me and Los, DJ Lack of Sleep, you know, Carlos. We've dropped since November, we've dropped so far 3 singles. We have another one coming on September 11th.
Nice.
And
on purpose?
It could have been on purpose. I don't know. I was just told September 11th.
You should have dropped 2. One hits, and then a couple minutes later, another one hit. Like, that would be great.
Call one of them Tower 7?
Yes. The other one, like, I don't know if it happened.
Yeah. Was this all real? Question mark.
Yeah, that would get a little attention.
Oh yeah, it would. And I actually started a podcast myself.
Nice. What's it called?
Trash Rules Everything Around Me.
Ooh, Tree.
Yeah.
Dream. I like it. Does it's good merch right away.
Yeah.
Is it a T like the W?
Yeah.
I didn't know how you would do it. How you do the symbol and everything. So, did you
Yeah.
have the merch before you had the podcast?
No. They came up with the name, and we're looking into designs for all
Like
the shit.
Trash Rules Everything Around Me.
Trash Rules. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What is the theme?
Oh,
of the
well, because it was a play off of Wu-Tang Clan.
right.
Obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, is the show
And,
about being trash?
No, it's like just a silly show. Just like
Nice.
have a fucking fun vibe. Just fuck around.
Because I know there's a couple podcasts out there that literally talk about being white trash, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
they got everything.
It has come up a couple times just inherently.
And it
the
shouldn't be
first
white trash.
episode-
All trash matters.
The first episode was called Test Your Tizzy. It was all about how one of my co-hosts thinks he has adult onset autism.
He thinks it,
Yeah.
but then
He hasn't been diagnosed, but
Yeah, but that means he
thinks
doesn't because he has the ability to think he has autism.
Yeah.
They're not like thinking about it. It's like retarded people aren't like, I'm pretty
They
sure I'm
don't
retarded.
know.
I'm
Yeah.
retarded.
Yeah.
I would like that, like a self-aware retarded guy. It's like, yeah, did you just ask me to do something? I'm retarded. Like,
I'm retarded. No, sorry.
and I'm like I'm like full-blown retarded. I'm like the most. I can't even bag groceries. I'm in a room yelling.
I thought
mention
mommy
the word
just pushed me
retarded
around.
on every album I've made, and I'm keeping it up. My new stuff I'm working on now. I'm like, and I don't think about it first. I just like the word.
Yeah.
It's French, you know.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's from it means not ready yet,
Huh.
which is super fucked up.
Yeah.
Super fucked
Yeah,
up. I've
yeah.
been doing a bit about it now, but like, you know that thing at Subway that when they're making the sandwiches, that thing behind the people, it's the bread, but it's not cooked yet. It's on those shelves. That's the retarder.
Oh no.
It's not ready yet bread. So I've been saying in the act, when I call you retarded, I'm just yelling, dude, you ain't ready yet. That's all I'm saying. And some people laugh and some are like, I'm like, all right, easy.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that's one of those jokes where like half of it just goes over people's heads and they just.
Well, unless they're wearing a helmet, then it hits the helmet. I had someone come up to me one time, like a year or two ago, and I said the word retarded. And they're like, I liked your jokes, but you didn't need to do
Except
that.
for that.
Like, my son is retarded. And I went, and I didn't mean to. But it was just so funny to say. Like, you don't just go up to someone and say, my son's retarded. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, why aren't you home watching that goof? Why do you?
Yeah. Right. Why you out here?
He's way funnier than me. That guy's not all the time. Like, give him a yo-yo and watch that shit.
And you have tickets for life.
Yeah, it's all. I don't think their lives are as long as ours, but it's like, I've never seen an old retard. Have you?
No.
No. I want to. I know what I'm Googling later. Oh, I wonder what it looks. It probably looks like Patton Oswalt.
Oh,
Yeah, he's an old retard. He killed his wife.
oh no.
Yeah, people don't know that, but I know people. There's one comic, Chad Zumach's telling everyone, and then he killed his wife, and like I guess Patton gets real mad, but I don't know.
I could assume you'd get a little mad.
He had a wife, and his wife was dead,
yeah.
and then like half a year later, he's remarried, and that woman's calling the kid the daughter, and the daughter's calling it mom, and he had his specials were always about being a nerd, and finally had a good special about his wife being dead. Maybe it was inspiration.
Oh shit!
Maybe
it was all just a bit.
Yeah, maybe his mom, maybe his wife is like Eric Clapton's baby, where it's just like you need something to die so you can have a kick-ass hit. You need that sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you get gold from tragedy.
Yeah. Like when I do comedy and I see someone in a wheelchair, I'm like, fuck, man, I wish I was crippled. Because they can go up and do whatever they want. People are just going to give them the benefit of the doubt, you know?
Yeah.
Comic gets cancer. I'm like, they're going to get the best benefits. Like, there's so many cool Italian spaghetti dinner fundraisers. Like, I need that. But in your line of work, in your line of work, if somebody's is crippled, nobody wants to hear them rap.
No.
It's all
unless they're like some like amazing storyteller or something, but
because they wouldn't be. They'd be a hack and they're like the real Crip. Like, no, you're not. They would definitely like. There's a deaf guy who does comedy in Rhode Island, and he calls himself the Real Deaf Comedy Jam. It's like, go fuck yourself.
Really?
Yeah, because he's deaf, and there's no jamming though.
No, definitely not.
Unless he tries to jam a Q-tip in his ear to get it to work.
Jesus Christ.
So, are you finding yourself wanting to write about what the world's going through right now?
See, it's weird. Everything's different with me. Like, it all goes like from beat to beat. Like everything, like I just listen to the music for a little bit, and then like the first thought that I have, I just run with it and try to structure it, and then.
Right, but I'm saying on stream of consciousness, I'll write.
So sometimes, yeah, like it will come up.
Meaning to, my mind goes to the fact that there's COVID, that there's masks, that that's our world around us. So I'm starting to write a bit. I'm like, oh, that makes sense in the now, and it took me new things to say. But you're also like, well, this makes sense 2 years from now. Will it be is it the new norm? We're always going to be this. You don't know if you should go after. Because I see some musicians, like the country people, the fucking day that guy ate the bat soup, they had 8 songs. They had fucking like Luke Combs had a song about social distancing like 2 minutes in. I'm like, I used to like you, Luke. What the fuck, man? Don't sell out that. You have money. You don't need to sell out that hard.
Yeah, right.
Social distance song. Fuck off.
The new song we're doing, I have a line about if you want change, you gotta bring riots and be formal.
But that has a real message to it, which I kind
of like. You know, stuff that's going on, but I'm not like, I don't know. I think it's kind of corny right now for like any kind of like COVID jokes like in rap music.
It would be. I think the only thing you could do, it wouldn't be
because comedy. I see comedy and music as kind of like a different spectrum for like.
Without a doubt. But I think that the writing to point out your point of view is the same. I think
yeah.
When you start doing it for real, when you first start, you're just saying whatever.
You
start really realizing what your vision is, what your message is. They're very similar in the writing, music,
absolutely.
Comedy. You're trying to make sure that you stay in your frame because you don't want to go out of it because then your fans are like, "What is it? That doesn't make any sense."
Yeah,
you kind of want to like you can't have a very Republican point of view in one song and then like be very Democratic in the other.
Yeah.
I would think more likely you're bashing both because you all governments are fucked up right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of where you're going. But I could definitely see, not jokes, but I can definitely see talking about, riots and the statues being knocked down and all that shit and how crazy that is or how on board.
My political affiliation would probably be like Guar.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one to be. We need them back.
I know. It was so fucking sad Brocky died.
I always thought of them as like the better Slipknot.
I feel like Slipknot is like the evolution of them.
Right, but it was the safer, the one you bring home to mom.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, because Guar was just, I was young when Guar first started, and I remember my friend had a T-shirt, it's like Tim Perry, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "It's in C," because I can't explain it to you. There's no words for what it is. He played it, and I'm like, "I don't know if I like this. I think I'm a little scared." He goes, "Yeah, and it'll continue to be that way. You're almost not supposed to like it."
Yeah. Dude, the first time I saw them live, I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
How do you have time to write songs? You know, all this puppet shit. You got all this fucking mask makeup. You gotta learn all this shit. Like, it's almost like when you go like to a play and you're like, how do they know their lines? Because they're flying around like Spider-Man's on that string, going around with lasers and shit. It's like you're doing too much.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're a good band too. I mean, they're not a great band. I mean, Slipknot actually was talented.
Yeah.
Like, that was weird because like I always, I mean, this is probably sacrilegious to some, but I always thought Kiss sucked, and I thought
I completely agree. I don't like Kiss.
Makeup, it made sense, but Kiss is garbage. But they needed it because people go, oh look, like I have a buddy who does a podcast.
That was their thing.
I have a buddy who has a podcast now, and it's a good podcast. It's called the Ski Mask Collective. But his whole thing when he first started,
that sounds hard as fuck.
Put a pink mask on. That's all he did. He's from Texas, and he put a pink ski mask on his face. And people are like, what the fuck is this? And he's always on the show with a pink ski mask. And he just talks normally like that, but it made you pay attention. You know what I mean? So then you're like, oh, but then you hear the show, and it's good. And you almost forget he's wearing the mask, but it was a great way to draw you in.
Yeah.
Kiss, I think, did that, but then didn't back it up.
Yeah.
Because anyone you know that likes Kiss a lot, you're kind of leery of them.
Yeah.
You're wondering who's in their basement.
Yeah.
They definitely, they've never worn someone's skin, but they've made measurements.
They definitely stared a little too long.
Yeah, it's like I don't get, especially if you like each individual stuff. Like, well, I usually Paul's stuff. Like, what? How do you know their names? We all
get creepier the more you know.
Yeah, we have to know Gene. He was forced upon us.
Yeah,
because Gene wanted to be Ozzy.
Yeah,
that's how I always felt. Once Ozzy got fame as being himself, Gene's like, I can do that. Like, yeah, but it ruined Ozzy.
Yeah.
You want to talk about scary? As a kid, I was frightened of Ozzy Osbourne. Frightened. He ate bat heads. He was nuts. Yeah. And then they did that fucking show, and they ruined him.
Yep.
He's shaking. He's stupid. His wife's shitting on him. His kids suck.
The dog shitting all over the house.
Oh, it was awful. It's like, this is the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
What the
He's
fuck?
getting abused like some fucking Joe Schmo in Montana.
Yeah, he can't need the money.
Yeah.
He couldn't have. He was doing great.
Yeah. All the Ozfest and shit he's done.
I mean, the music he put out.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, to this day, people are sampling half the shit he put out. The music, how good. Crazy Train, people want, when anyone starts doing any rap, they fuck around with Crazy Train.
Yeah.
There's certain things you just do there, right? Okay, it's got that nice, cool beat in there at the beginning, and you can fuck with that all day. And then I think, who was it, Little John or somebody did it, and you're like, all right, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he didn't really do it. He just went, Crazy Train. Yeah! All right.
I think it was like him and Trick Daddy and somebody else.
Yeah, it was true. Actually, I think it was Trick Daddy's song, and I think Little John happened to be in the corner and was yelling.
Yeah.
He's just always in the corner. Right.
Yes.
He's hanging out, and the Yin Yang Twins are talking about salt shakers, and he's just like, I'll scream. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, from the window to the wall.
Yeah, well, the sweat drops down your ball. I mean, you have to do something. Who do you listen to that isn't rap?
Oh, I have a big fondness for hardcore music.
Like what?
Lately I've been listening to like Ceremony, Napalm Death, Municipal Waste.
My buddy Pete Angelo, you know Pete.
Yeah. Good
friend. You're just naming his vest.
I saw him at the Municipal Waste show because my friends in Intercourse opened the show.
Intercourse.
Yep.
That doesn't sound that tough.
No, they're they're a heavy noise band. They're really good.
I know, but that's the nicest name for sex.
Yeah.
Like fuckhole would be a good one. Like, well, my mom might come, man. We can't be fuckhole. Like, Intercourse. Yeah, I guess that works.
Yeah. Gape.
Yeah. No, we can't be. We'll just be cunnilingus. Like, no.
No, dude.
Who can
my mom's coming.
No, yeah, your mom's coming from my cunnilingus. Oh God, that must be the fun part about those kind of bands because you have to think awful. Like I'd be ponies or something. Like, I'm just ponies. They're like, what? Yeah, I'm hardcore. I'm killing things, but we're ponies.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it'll happen. There's you ever that Ned Flanders group, Oakley Dokley, I think they were called.
Really? There's a group of
Yup.
they dress
There's
like
a
Ned
metal
Flanders?
Ned Flanders group. Yep.
They dress like him?
Yep.
They have mustaches?
I think so.
I'm checking that out.
Do it.
Holy, are they any good? They can't be. That sounds like a Kiss thing.
They're
Oakley
okay.
Dokley? Yeah.
They're proficient players. Like they can, like they're good at their instruments.
Yeah, but they had to cover it up by being Ned. I wonder if they had to pay the Simpsons anything.
probably
It's merch.
something. Yeah.
I mean, it's his phrase. I'm sure they trademark Oakley Dokley.
Yeah.
That'd be tough.
Yeah.
Like you with Dream, it's not Cream. It's not Wu-Tang. You know, they can say, okay, it's like kind of like him. It's a parody. You're fine.
Yeah. Exactly.
But if you called yourself Wu-Tang Clan, the podcast.
Yeah. It's like shit. You got me.
That was taken? Like, I have no idea. I listen to
When did you come up with Wu-Tang Clan?
I listen to all kinds of music. There really isn't music I don't like, but the screaming shit when I'm with Pete and we're going to a show or something, just go to a comedy show. I like lyrics, and if I can't hear the lyrics, I don't enjoy the song.
Yeah.
I love the drums in it. I mean, the drums are fucking insane in like death metal, speed metal, all that stuff.
Well, there's certain vocalists who like really pronounce themselves, and other ones that are kind of.
Yes, but it's still like this. Like, and I'm like, all right, I don't want a monster truck. Like,
yeah, I mean, I like shit like Black Flag too, like Bad Brains. You know,
you
like,
can hear them.
Yeah,
I like that. I like when I can hear them.
I like just hardcore. I like that energy, like hardcore metal.
A lot of music, it's starting to come back, but for the last like 5-6 years, energy was lost in music. It was everybody. It almost became grungy again, where everybody was just like, oh, "I'm sad." But now, in grunge, you were sad about your parents. Now it's all. If you're a woman, you're broken, and it's
didn't you do the grunge episode on Pete's podcast?
Yeah, well, yeah, because they were like, I'm old, so they're like, which one can you do? And I'm like, well, I grew up in this time, so I'll do that. And I chose Pearl Jam's 10 because that, to me, that was the first complete album that I'd heard where I'm like, every song, no matter what, you know it's Pearl Jam, you can enjoy it, and there's like 8 different moods. Like there's energy, there's chill, there's sadness, there's reflection, there's everything in that. To me, that was one of the most perfect albums, and they blew their load. Now, Pearl Jam's obviously wonderful, but they could never. There was too many. They almost should have held back.
Couldn't go up from that.
Yeah, even if all the other albums are good, but they never were going to match those songs.
Yeah.
And if you talk to anyone, if you don't really know Pearl Jam, they'll name like 3 of the songs. But if you're a Pearl Jam fan, you could ask 10 different people their favorite song on that album, and you're going to get 10 different answers.
Yeah.
And that's why I enjoyed that. And then the 2 of them were like, well, I'll look up other stuff. And then I was like,
it's funny. You can probably listen back to it. I remember specifically saying, yo, if you guys bring it up, I want Dirt by Alice in Chains.
Right.
Because I think as far as like that kind of space and like genre, that is like one of the quintessential records of that era.
Yeah, and that's what East chose, but he didn't really know it, but he was just trying to find it.
I love that fucking album.
I do enjoy it, but when we were doing overall best album,
yeah.
There are some songs on there that I mean, listen, nothing they put out is bad. I mean, they're genius.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't to me matching up to that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm also somebody who believes Nirvana is overrated.
Yeah. I mean, I like some of their songs, but I'll definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, if he was alive, they'd be super sad right now.
Yeah. And
his Twitter would suck.
Oh, it'd be awful.
I always say that.
You probably have some like awesome heroin stories though about how like this pickup went left. Like
no, that would have been like 10 years ago. Like now it just he would.
Oh yeah, now
he'd be woke. He'd probably be running for president. He would. It'd be Kurt Cobain and Kamala Harris running against Trump.
Running against a shotgun.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I would do. Like, imagine if he didn't die, but he still had the bullet in his head. See, that's another. I've been working on I'm trying to write short stories about tragedy that they went the other way. Like, long time ago when I was growing up, there was this whole story about this girl, baby Jessica, and she was trapped in a well.
Oh, I heard. Yeah.
I want to write a story about if she never got out of the well and she had to always live in the well. And like her family, they lived on that estate and the family died. And then uncle got the estate and he turned it into a theme park and used it like she was Harambe. And, and
she people would go there. Attraction.
And she never got to meet people, just talk to her. Like when she was a toddler, pedophiles would go to the well and yell shit at her. They couldn't touch her, so it was their way to get off. And
yeah, they would just jerk off into the well.
Yeah, and she didn't care. She doesn't know what jizz is. She's been in a well. She's like, well, whatever.
Oh, it's raining.
Is this fluffernutter? This is great. I've had fluffernutter.
This is really thick rain.
People peeing in there on her. Like, they don't give a fuck. R. Kelly, not you again. He's like, I'm trying to get inspired.
That's how he wrote I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah, like, this is my real ignition. Like, that's what I'm doing. And then when she got older, like one of the landscapers, grounds crew guys, he found like a shaft, like a little area, and he was able to find a way down to her, but she never wanted to come out, so they fell in love under there. I had a whole fucking story. But now I want to do Kurt Cobain if he didn't die. And how sad he becomes.
Yeah, and he had like this long-standing feud with fucking Dave Grohl.
Well, no, Dave Grohl wouldn't be Foo Fighters.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if he...
Well, I figured they would be like broken up. But
yeah, but it wouldn't have inspired him to do what he did. I don't think... I mean,
okay.
If you ask me, hands down, Foo Fighters 8 million times better than Nirvana.
Agreed.
Dave Grohl, more talented than Kurt Cobain. Because he was in a band that's regarded a great band, is one of the best drummers there. And then he's smart enough to know that he found a better drummer than him to be in Foo Fighters, and then him be able to write the music they do. And I mean, think about how many people that want to work with Kurt Cobain. How many people wanted to work with Dave Grohl? I mean, like, Tom Petty was infatuated with him.
Yep.
And Tom Petty, did a lot of drugs. He's dead. I don't know if you know that. He died.
Yeah.
He's very dead.
Yeah,
a lot of people are dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of, like, the Black Panther died.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yep.
He was a hero.
Yeah.
In a movie.
Yeah, Wakanda.
Yeah, Wakanda, that country we all know of. Listen, I enjoyed those movies. I've seen him in other stuff. He was a good actor, and it sucks that somebody died and all that. Yeah. But I think it's hilarious that people are like, don't make another Black Panther. I'm like, what? No, it's a comic book. It wasn't about him.
Yeah.
You get someone else. When, what's his name, Terrence Howard had micro penis, and they got rid of him and got the other guy, nobody gave a shit. They're like, whatever. Yeah. Like, we can't have micro penis being War Machine. You can't be called War Machine and have a tiny dick. Have you ever seen that, Terrence Howard's micro penis?
No.
It's not a Google you want to do, but it's a Google you'll do now. He's got micro penis, like, for real. He's got that. It's the tiniest fucking thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that's why when you watch like Hustle and Flow and shit like that, you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get why he's so
now
bad.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Don Cheadle, who's not tough. He shouldn't be War Machine either, but he probably has a big penis. I mean,
probably.
Yeah.
My odds are on that one.
That name sounds like Big Dick. Don Cheadle. Yeah. Terrence Howard doesn't.
No.
You had a name, and I don't know. I always associate the darker the skin, the bigger the cock. My grandmother always said that. She always said, grandson, first of all, stay away from them. But if you don't, the darker the skin, the bigger the cock. I'm like, well, thanks, Nana.
Dude, we saw Dice and Eleanor at Stress Factory, and I was there with my friend who's an Indian guy, and she's like, I like you. She's like, you're dark, but you're not too dark. You won't kill my dad. I was like, oh shit.
How do you know?
And like the angle that like we were sitting at, we were like right in front. She thought that he was like staring at her pussy, and she was like, well, if you're homesick, you can just look at my camel toe. And she fucking crushed.
Yeah. I was doing a show the other day, and it was a bringer show that when the new comics get to go up, and they're terrible and it's great. Yeah. Actually, no, this wasn't a bringer show. This was a contest. Okay, never mind. They were supposed to be good. And this girl goes up, and I left the room, and I walked back in, and all I hear her say is, I have a pronounced camel toe. And I went back on stage, and I go, I don't want to be a dick or make fun of her jokes, but, like, that makes me think of, like, somebody French learning English. Like, how you pronounce camel toe? How you say camel toe? I don't understand. It does not look like a camel toe. It looks like a fat pussy.
Looks like big lips. Sleeve of wizard.
She was kind of like, okay, thanks. I'm like, you could use that if you want. She's like, no, I'm good. Like, sorry, I made your joke good.
Sorry, I had to punch it up.
Yeah, I didn't mean to punch your fucking camel toe. Oh. Listen, and I know comics that get mad at that. Like I said at the beginning, I talk about anything I want. A woman, any comic, I don't care what they do, but
Yeah.
be funny.
Yeah.
Don't just say the word. Don't just like. There's some rappers out there who just say hate speech because they just want to get attention. But no, you have a message and a meaning, and it makes sense. Then say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But don't just yell out pussy.
Yeah.
It's not, you can. And pussy's a hard rhyme. What do you rhyme with pussy?
Gushy, mushy.
Yeah, but you're going the H. It's not.
Yeah.
I know you get to have the poetic license and all that, but like that's a hard rhyme.
Yeah, that's why typically I don't really use it that much.
Is that the reason? Listen, I love the word, but it's easier to rhyme with cunt.
I mean,
there's so much.
Yeah,
so much.
We put out a song in February, I think it was, called "Ratchet Women," and it like female empowerment is like the subtitle. And we actually we sampled Mark Norman in the beginning.
Really? What parts you used?
Where he's talking about girls like being whores.
That's a great bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I mean he was one of the first guys that when COVID happened, it's like he didn't care. No one else could work, and he was already at clubs like a week later in Florida. Like, how the fuck did you get in that club? And he's just such a hustler. It is so fucking funny.
It's crazy. I just was messaging this comedy group who was putting together shows, and they were adding like music in slowly. So I was like, hey, when you got something, let me know. I'd be down to be a part of it. So I get a message. This was earlier, like the end of last year-ish. The show was Mark Norman, Mike Cannon, Brennan Sagalow, Bonnie McFarlane.
Nice.
Busted a drop in. There was like two other comedians, me, a girl who was playing acoustic guitar, and I think another DJ or something.
Sagalow's funny as fuck.
Yeah, Sagalow's
He's
great.
a dude that's going to be huge. Like, Sagalow is, I mean, they're all good. Everybody be Norman's all great, but Sagalow is fucking just naturally fucking he's just a goof. Like, he's fucking funny as fuck. And Bonnie McFarlane's great, too.
Yeah.
Way funnier than her husband. No, Voss is a killer. Voss
is a
fucking legend.
That's why I was shocked. We walked outside to smoke a joint, and my buddy like hits me on the shoulder. He's like, "Is that Rich Voss?"
Did you look down?
I look in, huh?
You have to look down to see him.
Yeah.
He's tiny.
Yeah.
Nice
guy, but he's tiny.
A lot of comics are tiny. Like when I started getting a chance to go up to Compound Media in New York, like Anthony Cumia shows and stuff, and I would go up there. And
is he tiny?
Cumia is not tiny, but all the people like Voss, Berg, they're all tiny. All the people that were there.
Berg's tiny?
Yeah, Aaron Berg's jacked, but he's tiny.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yesterday I recorded with him.
Yeah, didn't you just have him on?
Yeah, I've known Aaron for a while. He's awesome, but yeah, he used to be like competitive bodybuilder. Now he does comedy. It's like so he has that same mindset where he's like, I gotta fucking kill. It's like, but we were talking about how crazy that mindset is. Like he's a father now. He's married.
Yeah,
you have to be super selfish. He's like, no, he goes, you actually have to be more selfish with the bodybuilding than the comedy.
Absolutely.
Because you can pay attention in comedy to people in your life because it helps you with act and stuff. But the bodybuilding, it's like all about
you. It's all about you.
I couldn't imagine. Listen, I've been running and staying in shape, but I couldn't imagine giving a fuck if I had 6-pack abs.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Have you been, was there any time during COVID where you were like, we're going to die, I'm staying in, I'm scared, and I'm just going to eat shit and die?
It was just the first little bit, and then it was kind of just like, well, I don't personally know. Well, okay, I know maybe one person, but they were in their late 80s.
Yeah,
so
they were supposed to be dead anyway.
Yeah, essentially.
Like I've been doing a bit about that where I say to people in the audience, like, what do you know what the average age of regular death is? It's 78. And if you know the average age of COVID death, it's 81.
Yeah.
Which means that those people that died of being 3 years too old and they got the flu. Like,
yeah.
They're supposed to.
Yeah.
But I
I've been trying to
still
like.
haven't cared about COVID. And it's fucked up. And I know people that have caught it, whatever. And I feel bad the same way they caught a flu or something. I don't know when it died from it, but like to me, I'm just like, I don't know. I think that's where my entertainer selfishness kicks in. I'm like, it's not happening to me. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it hurt me. It hurt me financially like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Me. I couldn't work at all. I work in Big Lots now. I'm fucking I'm in a retail store yelling at people because I had to do that, which it got me all new material.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
It's awful. I had to clean up shit.
Oh no.
Somebody dropped poop out of their pants on the floor, and they're like, "We need Pat to go." I'm like, why am I the shit guy? Like, well, I'm the one that I'm the only one that won't yell. Like, shit, I'm already defeated. And I'm like the old man there too, but they all think I'm younger, which is kind of nice. I wish women thought that, but I guess if young black men think I'm young, it's kind of cool. I don't know.
It makes you feel hip.
A little bit. That's the thing too about working there. When you're online and people are talking about the dividedness of the world and how racist everyone is now and this and that, I'm working at Big Lots, and my closest co-workers there now are young black kids who are in their early 20s. And no one's caring about race. We just all hate our jobs.
Yeah.
2 of them are young, inspiring rappers. They're trying to put out stuff like that. But one of them was DJing, and he's like, lost all house shows. He goes, I can't wait to go back and do it. I don't know where to go, because he wasn't at that level where he could like put on his own shit yet.
Yeah.
In other places, and he's like, it's been killing him because his outlet's not there. The kid who's rapping, he can still put things together, and he's actually asked about using some of my bits in his stuff. I'm like, yeah, why not? Whatever. I go, realize I say horrible shit. It's like, but but the other kid, I get it. I think it'd be harder for a DJ who was good, loving live shows, loving doing club spots and things like that. Now that he can't do that, that's got to be so hard. Who knows when that's coming back?
I got lucky. I actually met my DJ pre-COVID at the remember that Pete Davidson show that was supposed to happen that never happened? Yeah,
you were at that one.
Where him and Vinny were beefing.
Yep.
Yeah, I was there.
Nice.
And
Sam Hunter went up and I heard did great because like nobody was there.
He fucking killed.
Sam's great, man.
Yeah, Sam's my guy. I was on his podcast. I think it was like episode 7.
How sad did you guys get? I've been on twice.
I was drunk and we were talking about my dad being trans.
Yeah, he'll do that to you. He'll find everything. Your dad's trans, his mom's dad, or whatever. It's just like, all right, man. And I love him, but he can bring you down. You're like, I need a hug. I need a weight. Like I battled depression, all that shit, but now I've gotten to the point where I'm feeling way good about myself. And I'm like, but I don't know if I can go on Sam's podcast. I got to meditate some more. But you were at that show, the Pete Davidson show.
The Pete Davidson show. And I was with my buddy, and there was a table of 4, and he got placed next to us. And I don't know, I guess he had a shit day or whatever. He was in a bad mood. So I buy him a drink, and we start talking about music. And he's like, oh, I'm a DJ. I said, oh, I'm a rapper. So I give him my information, and then like 2 weeks later,
someone else at the table go, I'm a waitress, and they're like, oh, okay. I thought we were yelling out jobs. Like, I'm an accountant. Like, why are you guys cooler?
Like 2 weeks later, I get a email. It said, yo, when are we gonna do something? So we started working.
Aw, isn't that sweet?
Yeah,
lovely.
It was fate.
Now, did you hear his shit first?
I said, send me like a sample of some of the stuff you make. And one of the samples we wound up finishing and we put out as a single called
New Levels. That you sent me?
No, it's called New Levels. That was the first one.
That single you sent me, man. It was funny. You messaged me like, "Do you hear it yet?" I'm like, I was literally listening to it, bob my head. I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm literally listening right now." I sent it. My daughter is a big music fan too, and I sent it to her. She's 18. She's like, "This is fucking great." I'm like, "Yeah, he's gonna be on my podcast, dude." That was a fucking great ass song, man. I've listened a couple times.
That's called "I Am the One," and that actually came together because I was on a video series called Grind Mode Cypher, and all 3 of the other guys involved who are the rappers I've met and have been friends with. So they were like, hey, we're doing a song together. Jump on it. You'll be first. All right.
Yeah, I always wondered like how the order happens, because like when you forever it didn't really matter. When there was like groups and did stuff, they all kind of moved around and did everything. You know what I mean? Like First of all, I'll get back to that in a second, but like, you ever discover somebody like years after they existed, and you had no idea they existed, and all of a sudden you're like you get into music, like recently 2 weeks ago, I found out Jurassic 5 existed.
Oh shit.
I never did. I never knew. And I just heard somebody shared something on Instagram with that music in the back. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I've gone down the library, and they'll switch up who's going first, who's going last, whatever.
Yeah.
But when it's like a collaboration, like when you're listening, it's usually the heavy hitter. Like if Eminem's in a group, Eminem going last. He might go first to introduce the people, and D12 is around. But like after that, Eminem's going last. So like, is it like an ego thing, or do you guys, or like in a comedy show, like who can start this off and make it work, or do you record them separately and then maybe move them around then?
I feel like it all depends on who you're working with, because I've been in situations where people know a specific order, like, oh, you should go first, and then the big feature last. And then another guy who's just like, whatever sounds good, like that's what it'll be, like.
Do they need to know what you're saying? Like, is there a theme? Like, if three of you are doing a song and it's called I Am the One,
yeah,
are you all trying to kind of like stay in a theme about like what the song is, or does it not matter?
I mean, I feel like it all depends on the actual topic, because that one in particular, I got with the hook on it and their verses on it. So I was just like, I'm going to do a verse that's so cool, that has like silly punchlines and like shit you'll pick up if you listen again and again, that like people will be like, oh, okay, that's fucking good. I'm not skipping that. That was like the mentality.
But I would not want to go second, because then you feel like you're the bitch.
I mean,
because second is like you're thinking like, okay, they had to start off strong.
Yeah.
Carrying me in the middle. Not in your song. In yours, all three.
Yeah.
All three verses, but like if I was on that thing and you're like, you know what, Pat, you go second. I go, what the fuck, man? I can lead this shit. Or I should close it out. Now, do you have a time frame?
I think
like you want the song to be a certain length, so they say to you, do your shit, but it's got to be a minute.
No, it was set up. We each had 16 bars, so like 45 seconds or so each.
Oh, so yeah, you guys measure bars. I don't think about bars.
Yeah.
We do time. It's like you get to do 15, you do 25, you do 45, then some shithead.
I think of time as like a set, like when that specific, but like it's usually bars, or like
for like when you're working on a song.
Hook and how long is the song? And
do you like doing short things like that, or do you like having the whole song to be yourself?
I kind of like having shorter stuff, because I like being able to play off of other people's dynamics, and like if I hear them say some cool shit, I'll be like, oh, like I could do something that would match that, so it would sound like we're on the same page.
Yeah, I like it when it kind of goes back and forth. When
when
there's two people and they each get a chance to like go, and not that they're
bad. Have you ever seen my grime mode cipher that I did?
No, I have not.
I have to send it to you. I have a verse where I go back and forth with Grizz.
That's fun to me.
And we call ourselves Dubious Intentions, like we doobie.
Nice. I got you. Watching this got you. I don't think. I was like, wait a minute, that guy smokes. What are you talking about? But like, I'm not a huge fan of the rap battle where it's just
no.
But I like when people can flow off each other. I like it when someone does something and you can see a spark in there, like, ooh, that makes you go like
some of the coolest shit to me ever was to listen to Styles P and Jadakiss rap back and forth.
Yes,
that was
amazing. It just flowed, and it seemed you almost like there's no way this isn't scripted, but you also knew it wasn't scripted.
Yeah.
I like when somebody is told to do a freestyle and you can see them remembering shit. Like, fuck you, I see it. Like, same thing in comedy when I do crowd work, and people are like,
that's on the spot.
Right, but I watch some people go, they're doing crowd work. I'm like, no, and then I call it canned heat. They had a line.
Okay, yeah. That's a good.
They use the line before. It's not in their act, but they're ready with a line. And I do that once in a while, but I like the organic shit. I like just making, because to me, crowd work is nothing more than you're writing a joke on the fly.
That's why I was like so hyped to see Big J.
Yeah,
when he was in Stress. Shout out to everybody there, fucking Sam, Melissa, Vinny, fucking Mark. They let me pretty much hang out there that weekend. And I was bringing Jay weed, bought him drinks or whatever. And
Jay likes weed and drinks.
Yeah. And it was like watching a master work, like
Incredible.
to watch him do crowd work. And his was one of the funniest I ever got. I had to get up and go to the bathroom. He's like, "Oh, look at this school shooter." Just on the fly. I was like, "Oh, you're good."
Did you see that video a couple weeks ago when he got pulled off stage?
Yeah, I saw that.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I've been hit and I've been swung at, but I've never been pulled off. Like, dude, stop sitting on a stool. Don't sit on a stool. I know that's your move, but they can pull your legs.
Yeah.
And then fucking Lewis is ready to
Did you hear him? He said he was like, "Oh, I had to be close to the edge because I couldn't see anything."
Right, but still, if I was standing next to the edge, you're not pulling my ankles. I'm kicking your face. I'm sitting on a stool. It's zoinks and you're fucking done. It's all over. That's like a magician when he's pulling the fucking tablecloth. And everything stayed. And then like Lewis ran in and smacked the guy, whatever. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You ever had a show where a fight happens or something? You don't really have a fired up vibe, right? Like that.
Not really. I mean, I've been at a couple hip hop shows where there have been fights that I've been.
But not when you're on stage.
No, not usually. No.
I've had people want to punch me in the face.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had one person try and they missed because they were so drunk and just their finger hit my nose. It was kind of weird. And like, what do you do? And then the owner's like, just go back on stage. I'm like, I have to go back on stage. Like, yeah, you gotta finish.
When I did a show at Toads one night and like the crowd was like younger. It was like I opened up for
younger than what? They're usually 12. When I used to go to Toads back in the day, they'd have that net, and then they'd be like, "Well, the young kids who can't drink are over there." I'm like, "Everyone's 12." Like, no, like some of them are 13. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, big difference. But I played there and I walked on stage. I didn't even grab the mic yet, and there were like 10 people in the front who started aggressively booing.
Nice.
And I didn't know any of them. I've never met them. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun."
Now, were they booing because you were white and they were like, "Wait"?
I would assume that was probably the reason.
How much racism do you deal with in rap?
Usually not much, but it really depends
not
on
from entertainers. I'm talking about just audiences.
No. Usually not much, but it depends on who I'm opening up for. Because if it's like some of the younger kids, they're like, "I don't want to hear that shit."
Yeah, but you haven't even heard it yet. That's what I love about comedy shows. Like when I'm performing and there's someone in front of me that no one's ever seen or I haven't seen, and or vice versa. I'm opening for someone who's bigger. I haven't seen them. I love watching a different person.
Absolutely.
I get more excited for someone I've never heard of than someone I've heard of because I like having no expectations and just enjoying it. So like if I saw you come out, my first thought would be like, "What the fuck's this guy gonna do?" Like I want to see what the fuck this guy's. I would want to see that.
Dude, I did Nick and Greg's like open mic or whatever one night.
Yeah.
At the Sea Grape, and there was a bunch of people there, and I was getting up to do like 2 songs, and I was like, there were a bunch of people standing at the bar, like it's all packed. I was like, "Hey, could you guys like come over so it feels like I'm actually at a show, you know, like." And like a bunch of people were like, "No." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Am I getting closer? Fuck that. Why do we want to get closer?
Like, obviously, you guys have never been to a concert.
Those dudes, their whole group, them, Bo, Cody, they were doing some cool shit in Norwalk.
They're great guys, yeah. Like
because of COVID, they lost that club.
Didn't they just lose the Sky Club too, or whatever?
Well, that one, they call Our House. That was basement. Yeah, because that place had the fold, so they lost it. So I actually just was with Bo going to do a show the other day. We're talking about and his passion for comedy for a younger guy. He's so fucking hardcore into it, and he's the kind of guy that gets like that. I get excited about my comedy when I hang out with someone younger who's so into it. You're like, I want that fire too, and it's good to hear. Those guys were putting on great shit, and they were young guys who together said, "We're not going to get any work or stage time because we're too new.
So we'll make it ourselves."
Shit. And when I thought they'd all come out with these fucking cocky ass egos and be pieces of shit, and they didn't. They all smartly, I think, kept each other in check and said, "There's no reason to get a big head. We are putting this on." And so many people get so cocky when they put on their own shit.
I think a lot of people don't realize. Like my great grandmother told this to me all the time. She said, "You'll always get farther in life if you try to catch bees with honey instead of vinegar."
She actually meant to say the N-word, but she said vinegar. Are you dyslexic? By the way, I don't know if you know there's other people besides your great-grandmother said that.
Yeah.
I thought you were thinking
She would always tell me that to just like, you get farther in life when you're fucking cool.
that was her meme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back then it wasn't memes, it was actually good knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No,
wisdom.
I've learned that now too. It doesn't even have to be.
And I'm not talking about like ass kissing.
No,
I'm just talking about being like a good person, like a cool person.
If you walk into a situation and someone else is upset and you come in with the same level of upset, it's not going to work out.
Absolutely.
Someone's upset and you are understanding and tolerant.
Yep.
You don't have to bow down to their thing, but you understand that they have a pain, and 99% of the time, you're not the reason or the pain. It's their own shit. You allow them to do that, things will resolve. Things will work out in that way. You're 100% right. And if you get mad at the world because you're not getting what you want, and then you put on your own shit and then go fuck the rest of the world and then get mad at them, you're just becoming what you hated.
Yeah,
put out what you wanted the world to be. Young comics will see it. Young musicians will see it and go, we should put this out as well. This is the way we should approach. When I'm at open mics and I'm watching young comics work on shit, I get excited. I run up and I give them advice. Some of them don't know who I am. And they're like, who the fuck's this guy just coming up to me? And other comics will say, oh, no, he's been doing it a while. He knows what he's talking about. And I'll just give them advice because I get excited. Now, if they get mad at that, then I won't do it again. But if they like it, I'll help them forever because I want them to one day. Because someone did that to me. Rodney Norman did that to me when I started. And now I want them, when they're going a couple of years, they help out a young person. And they let them know we're all in this together. We all have the same addiction,
Yeah.
Of making fuckers laugh and making $2.
Yeah, right.
Crazy ass addiction. It's nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Are you noticing because people are at home and have more time, are you getting newer fans, more download? I'm noticing I'm getting, because we get to do this kind of shit now, people want to find more things because they've watched everything. I'm finding new fans, people I thought never would watch me, but I'm also learning how to adapt to a wider audience because I now know more people are paying attention.
Yeah.
So do you have to change what you do a little bit or no? Because moms are watching now? Not whore moms? Not the good whore moms?
Not the filthy moms.
Oh, those are the best moms.
The best.
Well, they're the best till you're in a relationship now, and then they're driving their Honda Civic. They all drive a Honda Civic. It's gray, and they've got the seat in the back where the baby's supposed to be, but the baby hasn't been there in 3 years because there's clothes on it, because they're not allowed to see the baby anymore, which is weird in Connecticut. They shouldn't be. Women should always get the baby. If you lose the baby in Connecticut, not good.
And they're on their fourth Chardonnay.
They fuck real good.
Yeah,
in that Honda Civic, in that baby seat.
Yeah.
That's why you can't have a fat girl. They can't fit in the baby seat.
No. That shit'll look like a pancake on the fucking seat.
Yeah, you don't want some pancake. You don't want some Bisquick shit. You don't need that shit at all.
But I mean, there
are fans. There are kind of like groupies, but not really.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get it way more. Music, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. Like,
But it depends where your focus is. Like, I'm not good at the networking after. I'm not good at being the social party guy after. I like to do my act and get the fuck out. If I do meet anyone, which by the way, most way I meet women is they do message me after and we chat for a while, but never at a show because I'm at work. And I look at it, I don't.
That's how I feel. Like I'm at work, and
if you want to talk after, then great. But I'm at work right now, and you only like me for one aspect of me, and it sounds like dumb and cheesy, but like you only like me because I was an alpha male. I'm a piece of shit. I'm fucking broken at home. Like I'm not gonna be that guy all the time. I'm not always in front of people going nuts for 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what they think you are, and it's like, well, no.
Yeah.
Like, why are you poor? I'm like, well,
I've had to learn. I
do comedy in Connecticut. That's why I'm poor.
I've had to learn over the past couple of years. Like I was never that like social, like butterfly networking kind of guy. I've had to learn to like put on that face and become that because I've gotten so many more offers and so much like cool shit happening because I took the extra few minutes and met whoever or fucking shook whoever's hand or, whatever the case.
And I learned that too. A couple years ago when I stopped drinking and started really focusing hard, I was like, I started doing that more. And like we said before, being thankful that people were coming out, not
Yeah.
taking for granted that they're there. And
Yeah.
I was enjoying that they were there. And I was enjoying myself more on stage. Before I was on stage and I was angry, and there was people were laughing at my anger, but I hated them. But now I enjoy them. I enjoy me. I'm having a good time. And what sucks is now, for the last couple of years, I come off stage and people want, we all like to hear we did great. We all like to hear people enjoy our work. And we like to hear, I like their feedback. I like talking with them now, and I don't mind it in that aspect. I'm not going to hang for a while, but I like the handshakes. Now, because of COVID, any shows I do inside, you're not allowed to gather after. The show's over, the audience has to go away, and now you don't get the main thing, that fucking thank you, that verbal hand job that we all need.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah,
I need to be told I'm pretty.
That satisfaction of all the work.
Yeah, where the fuck is that? I'm the pretty princess. I need to hear about it. So what do you have any plans for anything new album, anything like that, or just singles for now?
Me and my DJ are working on a project, and I think we're gonna drop one more single, and then the next couple songs we're gonna get together everything, and then just put out a project, which is tentatively titled PhD,
Nice.
Pussy, Hip Hop, and Drugs.
Ooh, not the player haters degree that we all know.
No.
People are gonna think that.
Yeah.
No one actually knows what it means for the degree. I know it means doctor, but like doctor doesn't have a P in it.
Yeah.
What does PhD actually stand for? I don't know either. I can really know. I just know that I know it's degree at the end. I know Bill Cosby had one.
Oh yeah.
They took that shit quick.
Yeah.
Real fast. Like zoinks.
PhD in Spanish fly.
Yeah. How did people not see that coming? He was
and
talking
then he
about
admitted it on TV.
so much. He loved it. He loved talking about ladies going to sleep and him going, oh, whoop, doop. There's a great comic named James Goff, and he has a bit. And he's like, listen, you think what you want. I know you're going to get mad, but hear me out. I think he did that because what if Bill Cosby's cum face is ooper? He kept laughing at him every time he came. So he's like, I got to drug these bitches. And they wouldn't let him finish because they couldn't stop laughing at the face. I was like, dude, that's fucking crazy. All right. I've been doing this thing on Twitter. I've learned from people that if you want to get your algorithms going and stuff, you need people to retweet things and do stuff like that. So I've been doing dumb questions and shit all the time.
Okay.
Here's one I did today, and I got some fun answers, but I want to ask you.
Okay.
If you could meet when you were a kid, or younger at least,
okay,
was there somebody you wanted to meet that if you met now, you'd be like, fuck that, I don't want to meet that person? Mine was Mr. T. Like, when I was a kid, I wanted to meet the fuck out of Mr. T. He was so cool in Mohawk. He was all strong. He knew Hulk Hogan. And now I'm like, he's all religious. I don't want to fucking meet Mr. What the fuck would I say to Mr. T?
Maybe O.J. Simpson.
You wouldn't want to meet him now?
No, I wouldn't want to meet him now.
No, I want to meet him now.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
No, it was. I'm telling you, if I had OJ, I would not want to eat. I fuck OJ when I was a kid. He just played football. He killed his wife.
Well, when I was younger,
dude,
when I was younger,
your wife.
Yeah, he had just killed his wife.
That's
so
fresh killing.
Around then, right. I would have been like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
But he lived the American dream.
Yeah,
he won the Heisman. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's in movies. He killed his wife.
And then he got in trouble for stealing his own merchandise. Like,
yeah,
come on,
and
dude.
even that we all laugh at. He's had the greatest life of all times.
Yeah,
he really did.
Yeah, okay.
If you talk about doing whatever the fuck you want and getting away with it, him and Trump have owned life.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Trump. He's like, I'm president now, and he is.
Yeah, he. I feel like everything to him is just like he just wants to see if he could do it or not.
I think it's a video game, and he has cheat codes like a motherfucker, and he's just like, he has no idea how he's playing the game, but he's like, I'm winning. Like, you are winning.
It's a big simulation to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna when he's dead, we're gonna have a lot of work to do to fix some shit, but like he's killing it.
Yeah,
not as much as OJ killed his wife.
No.
So, but who would you want to? Who did you like as a kid? Think about people. One dude said Optimus Prime, and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, fuck yeah. He goes, does it have to be? Like, no, you can be Optimus Prime, yo.
So someone who I want to meet now or don't want
You
to meet?
wanted to meet when you were younger. And
Yeah, but now
you have
don't.
no interest whatsoever. You're like,
Probably Kermit's a good one. I don't know, probably like one of the Power Rangers or something.
Which one?
Pink
chick?
Probably either the chick or the
Tommy,
green one. Because the green one was my favorite color.
Yeah, and he also was actually, I think he really did karate. Like,
oh shit!
I think he was a Tommy or something. I think he was the one. Like, I'm way older, so my kids knew it. But I was like, I remember they're like, he's legit. I'm like, I don't know if he's legit. He's legit for a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
And then last one, your favorite insult to use on someone that isn't a curse word.
Ooh.
I've been going goofball. I like it.
Oh, that isn't a curse word. Ooh. Because I'm very partial to cunt.
Yeah, and a lot of people that had trouble with this, but like, think about the word you use in front of cunt. Maybe that's good.
It's usually like your or God damn it, you.
God damn it, you. Magnificent cunt.
I think Waterhead's pretty funny.
Waterhead is fun. A lot of things with the head. Knucklehead.
Yep.
That's always. Crackhead's always a fucking classic.
Yep.
But then some people are like, my son did crack. And like, haha, your son did crack.
I feel like that got played out because like a lot of people use that.
Right.
And there's a lot of actual crackheads, so it's kind of like not funny.
Yeah, when I first,
it's just sad.
When I was working at this bar in New Haven when I was in college years ago, there was a guy who was he was a dishwasher. We called him Crackhead Dave because his name was Dave and he was on crack. And one day,
pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, it was right there. And one day I called him that, and someone goes, "You should, shh, he's right there." And I go, "He knows he does crack." Like, he should be happy I know his name's Dave. At least I'm picking him out from the other crackheads. Baron, where can people follow you? Where can they check all your shit?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. The Red Baron. The Red Baron CT. THAREDBARONCT. I'm on every digital streaming platform: Spotify, Apple Music.
Everybody go wherever. Check out "I Am the One." That song is fucking crazy, man. I already got it in my playlist. It's fucking great.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Dude, thank you so much for being on. I'll have you on again soon, man.
I'm looking forward to it, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Later.